Hi.
Hey everyone, Aja here from Pandamonium, and today we are at Home Depot because I'm going to help Willow install those solar panels that are on top her van. Yeah, they weren't able to get to her since there was so much moving and chaos going on. They couldn't get to her, and she has to head up to Oregon, so I want to help her and get her solar panel or the whole system put on, and that way she'll be good to go when she hits the road.
I'm real excited that I was just going to get my solar panels on. Yes!
So if you are wondering, we are back in this area because we did get kicked out of the other area. So we just came back here since we got the permits and might as well use them. I don't have to stay the whole 14 days, but you know, I can get a couple days use out of it. It was $16 for the permit. I'm gonna go ahead and do her solar here since it's nice open space and we won't be bothered here. It's a little warm, but hopefully it doesn't get too hot. Yep, she had to go drop some stuff off, and then she's going to meet me back here where we're going to unpack everything, get it laid out, and then try to do her build. Actually, there she comes right there. I see her driving up. Alright, there's two of these crossbars that go across. We actually spread them apart. Here's the other one, and the panels are going to go in between and rest on this track right here. So they're going to be sandwiched in between these. We also do have U-bolts that are going to go and hook them to this track. So that way we won't have to drill into this. Alright, time to get that up there.
So I'll hand them to you.
Okay, alright.
Which side do you want the wires on?
The wires are going to go on the far side.
Okay.
Okay, so, oh, this is a bit awkward. Okay.
I wouldn't worry about scratching it.
Yeah, she's got a lot of scratches. Okay, if you want to go down to that side, wait, before you hand me that one right there, can you go on the other side?
Go on the other side
yeah,
and put it up?
Yeah, because I want to, well, actually, I probably could. Hold on. I was just trying not to scratch. All right, there, I got it.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, you know what? Let me switch this one back. Okay, I'm ready for that one.
They're heavy.
Yeah, they're not. They're pretty light. They're not too light. Okay.
Yay!
Yeah. See, I'm trying not to scratch her roof.
She's
I know.
done a good job herself.
I know.
Hey! Yeah, Moo-moo, you stick up for me, except I think that was Banjo.
Okay. All right. Let's make sure this is tight in there.
Okay.
And all right. That should be good.
Okay.
All right. Let me see that real quick. We have the panels up here, and they are sandwiched in between this, and we're going to tighten this knob right here, and that'll prevent this from moving because these are adjustable. And see, and then we're gonna drill holes and attach the U-bolts here, so she won't have to worry about them moving at all or anybody trying to steal them. Looks good so far.
Okay.
So they did not send the splitters where there's two into one. So I was given a suggestion to go ahead and connect the positive and negative of this. And then you'll have a positive over here and a negative over here because we're using the positive to connect to this negative. And that completes the circuit. You just close those two. But optimally, there should be a splitter where the positive of this and the positive of this go into a splitter to make one cable, and then the negative of this and the negative of that go into a splitter and make one cable. But this will work as well, so that's what we're going to do. You just have to connect these together, push that together, and then we're going to use this as the negative and this as the positive. Okay, we can probably use these right here. So I just need 4 of these.
I'll hold them for you if you want.
Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're using all stainless steel, so she doesn't have to worry about them corroding or rusting, which is good.
Okay.
We're actually going to screw it to this panel right here, so she's going to empty it real quick.
All right. A hanger, because you never know when you might need.
Or we'll make it. We'll make it work. Thank you. Here you go, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Right. Thank you. Yep. I took this panel off and I connected the charge controller to it. Then we're going to place the panel back on, but I'm going to get the wires connected to it first before I do that. This is where the PV, which is the solar panels, and then there's the battery, positive and negative, and here's the load. We are hooking up the positive and negative cables, and then we're going to zip tie them. You said, how do I know? Because they have watertight connections, and like, see, it's male and female.
Oh.
So you can't stick the two.
Can't do the wrong way.
Right. It doesn't allow you to do the wrong way, because yeah.
Which I don't agree with, of course, because sometimes it's female, and it can also be male and male.
Right.
And they're all equally fine.
But in this, it just simplifies it and keeps it easier.
But that was my political statement
Well,
for
thank
this
you,
bill.
Willow. That was awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so positive is done.
Okay.
Let's move that over that way.
It has to go through the thingy.
Right, yeah. It's going to
Under.
go right here.
Oh, got it.
Okay. And let me go ahead and hook up the negative now.
Okay. Also, male and female.
Yes. Okay, connected.
Yay!
Now I just got to zip tie these all together so they don't flap around in the wind. Let me see that real quick.
What?
This. I'm going to zip tie the cables to this right here so they don't flap in the wind. I'm running the cables through here. This is like a channel, and then I'm going to put them all the way down. And then I'm gonna do a little drip, so if any rain comes down here, so if any rain comes out, it'll drip down this way instead of dripping into the car. All right, we did buy a 12-volt outlet and also see the USBs. That way she can have power. It's gonna come straight to the battery. She's also gonna hook an inverter to it, but she's mainly gonna use this, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah, because if you use the 12-volt appliances, you don't have to convert, so it comes straight from the battery and it's more efficient. If you convert from an inverter, then you lose up to or more than 30% of your power, so this will be better. This is where most of her electronics are going to be. I'm also going to hook this straight to where the load is, so that way it can run off the panels as well and not have to come through the battery, so yeah. I did hook this 12-volt outlet right to the load here, and all she'll have to do is just keep this load on. And I also did fuse it, just to be on the safe side. We're going to put a 30 amp fuse. That's what this is rated for. I'm getting ready to connect the panels, so I covered them up with the cardboard. That way no sun is bringing in any electricity, and it's just going to be safer. So time to hook up the solar panels to the positive and negative. All right, now we're going to connect these connectors to, this is positive, and then the negative is down there, and connect it to the negative. All right, so positive first. We'll just keep these rubber ones on here for now. Okay, so, these.
I'm not in the way.
I think you're fine. The wrench.
pliers?
Oh, pliers, yeah. Oh, did you, no, the adjustable wrench.
Adjustable wrench.
Right there, yeah.
This one?
Thank you. Switch, okay. Okay, so foolish me accidentally hooked it up wrong. I had the battery flipped and did negative positive. So I have it in parallel now where the negative to the negative, and we just got to get one more cable from positive to positive. And then we've got the system going from this far positive to this far negative. Hello, people over there. The only thing that we're missing in this parallel is the positive to positive cable. So they ran to the store to go get that. And that's basically going to be it for this.
Did you see?
What is this?
Did you?
Oh,
It's kisses, honey. I love
kisses
you
and
so
potato
much.
salads. I love you too.
Did you see my baby?
No.
Pretty.
Yes, she looks much better. You want to give the camera kisses? How about you? Go ahead, love. Love on the camera, love. So now it's time to add the U-bolts onto this. Alright, so I have the batteries hooked up in parallel. There is positive to positive and negative to negative. Yay! And then the batteries are reading 12.6. And there is her DC port. I just have to put the 30 amp fuse in there. And this is the last thing I'm working on is the hinges here. But I have come up with something that I think I'm going to move this hinge to the back. And see, I'm going to leave those U-bolts on there, and then she can actually angle them up if she needs to. So see, that'll be awesome. But I'm going to put the bolts back here since, you know, the fact is that the wind blows this way, so that way, yeah. All right, well, everything is done. Thank God. It's actually really dark. It took a lot longer because we didn't have everything we needed, but you know what? It worked out, and her system is complete. So,
And I am thrilled that Aja was able to do my solo.
no problem. It's done. Awesome. Oh, let me shut
Door
this.
close is for you.
Okay, so, can I do it? Oh my God. Shut the door on it. Ta-da! All done. And the panels are on there. Yeah, and panels are secure. Really secure.